Today I'm talking to Prather, the president of Orlando. So, what most excites you about this expansion?
Well, what excites me is the opportunities that it presents, not only for our guests and our team members, but also our partners, the scientists and researchers that can learn so much from what we do.
So, what do you think kids my age will take from this experience?
Well, kids your age, what will happen is you'll be more inspired, you'll be closer, and you'll be able to see killer whales in a way that you never imagined. See them in these incredible homes that we're building, and it's just going to make you think about the possibilities. And that's our goal, is to get people like your age to think about the possibilities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aquatica and Discovery Cove, Terry Prather for a very special announcement. Good afternoon! Good afternoon, everyone! This is a very special day in the life of Seaworld. We've been operating for over 50 years, and today our CEO is announcing in San Diego a very special new addition to our company. I'd like to turn it over to Jim Atchison, the CEO of Seaworld Parks and Entertainment.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the more than 20,000 team members of Seaworld Parks and Entertainment, I'm delighted to welcome you to San Diego. We're here today to share very exciting news. Events similar to this are occurring right now at our Seaworld Parks in Orlando and San Antonio. To our friends, guests, and team members in those parks and our other locations across the country and online worldwide, welcome and thank you for joining us. Not long ago, I sat down with animal trainers who care for the 10 killer whales here in San Diego. It was my great privilege to give them the details of a project that today we share with the rest of the world. The professionals who work with the animals at SeaWorld San Diego, along with the 1,500 other members of our zoological team, share a commitment to SeaWorld's founding principle. Make a connection between animals and people, and do so in a way that is educational and memorable. You see these trainers and the extraordinary bonds they have formed with killer whales, and we're moved. The relationship between our people and our animals is critical to how we provide care, how we work with them to keep their lives ever-changing, enriching, and healthy. A small part of that is what you see as a guest, but what our trainers see themselves is something entirely different. They look out and see guests, ordinary people like you and me, and they are moved. They see people making changes in their lives, big and small, to make the world a better place. Tens of thousands of people every day, millions of people every year. You see, our guests recognize that the animals they see at SeaWorld are in many ways ambassadors for an increasingly fragile and imperiled wild environment. The power of a SeaWorld visit to effect change is a matter of fact. Today there are marine scientists, veterinarians, educators, and conservationists around the world who drew their first inspiration from a visit to SeaWorld. All of us are immensely proud of that. But even more than a SeaWorld's obligation to its guests is SeaWorld's obligations to its animals. The history of killer whale display in our parks is one of continual evolution and improvement. Nearly 30 years ago, we built facilities that, even today, have few rivals anywhere in the world. Not long after, we made them even larger and more sophisticated, all the while enhancing and improving husbandry, enrichment, veterinary care, research, and education. Just within the last few years, we've invested more than $70 million in technology that our guests will never see, all with the intent of improving the lives of our animals and the safety of our team members. But this commitment to continually improve the lives of our animals, the safety of our team, and the experience of our guests never stops and it never slows. Sometimes changes are evolutionary. Today's announcement is nothing less than revolutionary. The Blue World Project is a massive expansion of the killer whale habitats in all 3 SeaWorld parks. We're in San Diego today because the first of those expansions will be here. When this facility is unveiled, the killer whale habitat here will have nearly doubled in size. This scale is absolutely remarkable. 50 feet deep, more than 10 million gallons of continually filtered and chilled seawater, surface area of more than an acre and a half, a viewing gallery for guests that is 4 stories high, the largest of its kind in the world. I'd like to give you an idea of just how big this habitat will be. You might be able to see this blue chalk line on the pathway that goes all the way to the left. But this habitat will extend beyond the current Chambers underwater viewing pool behind you. Its massive footprint will run along this pathway to my right and then into the building on my left. The size of the pool will simply be staggering. If you were sitting where you are now, just a few years down the road, you would be literally 50 feet underwater. So, who's ready to get a life-size glimpse of our new killer whale home? Of course, I wish we could just open the doors and welcome all of you to the new experience, but it's going to take a bit of time and a lot of work between now and then. So I brought the next best thing. I'd like San Diego City Council President Todd Gloria, Council members Ed Harris if he's arrived, and Assemblyman Brian Jones, and some of our team members to join me as we take a look.
This will be one exciting addition to all of our SeaWorld parks, and we're so glad to be able to share with you the first amongst many to see this new project. So I have one question. Who's ready for the One Ocean?